and welcome back to my channel. What about that woman? If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love all of you guys, right? If you are returning, thank you for being supportive. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for commenting on my videos. I really appreciate you. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button and stay informed about all of the inspiration going on What About That Woman. So for today's topic, I feel like it's fitting because it's almost the end of the school year and I'm just over virtual learning. I'm over it. I'm over with working from home and still having to, show my kid how to do the basics because maybe their teacher is busy working on the in-class students, or I'm having to listen out upstairs to make sure she's paying attention. I'll walk back upstairs to make sure, she doesn't have toys out while she's virtual learning. And sometimes I've even had her work right in front of me. So it is almost over, and let me tell you, I was done with it like the first week of this year. Like last year when the shutdown happened, we all had to adjust. It was a little easier because my husband was home, but this year it was just me by myself. It was me by myself, Tuesday through Friday. Mondays my husband is home because he's a barber. He only works Tuesday through Saturday, but Tuesday through Friday it's just me. Now, thank God her dad has stepped up and was like, I'll take her. He gets her every other weekend, but he said, I'll keep her until Wednesday. So she does virtual learning every other week at his house from Monday to Wednesday. And that takes a load off of me. It allows me to film these videos. It allows me to do things that I need to do for myself around the house, with my husband, for us to spend quality time together alone. So it's taking a load off, but let's be real. Virtual learning is a hassle. So I'm not going to miss having to do assignments on the computer. I'm not going to miss having to, start my computer. I got to log in. Then I got to make sure she logs in. Then I got to make sure she has breakfast, lunch, snacks. And, they always ask for a snack. Like, I know she's growing, but how many snacks can you really eat? How many snacks can you really eat? And then, she drinks water, so she's good with that. But when it comes to staying full, like, yes, she chooses the sugary snacks, and I have to redirect her. Like, no, you better get a piece of fruit. You better get a protein bar or something, or some yogurt. But they don't want that. They want chips and stuff like that. Stuff because we want that, right? Or popcorn or something. So there's a lot of me having to redirect her. And I'm like, I'm trying to focus on work. And I just thank God that, my job allows me to stay home. But what if my job didn't allow me to stay home? Like, I'm feeling for you guys who don't have flexible work schedules. Or what if you are home, but you're in a call center or you're stuck on production? How is it going for you guys? Like, comment in the comment section below and just let me know, because this is crazy. And I know you're glad it's almost over. You don't have to worry about it. Now you have to worry about finding summer camp, or hopefully you enrolled them. Like, I enrolled my daughter last week in summer camp, so I figure if me and her father keep up the same schedule, she going to summer camp on the weeks that she's fully here. They said they didn't have any COVID scares last year. They did offer a program for parents that worked. So if you had to still go out to work, you were still essential, you could send your child to the school and they will do virtual learning with you. It's a karate school. It's awesome. So she'll be doing karate school summer camp. And they do lessons. She's already a yellow stripe belt. So it's like white stripe. It's the white is the beginner, and then it's the yellow stripe. So she's a yellow stripe. She was going on to her orange stripe belt. She only 7, y'all, so she's beginning. But they'll learn that skill, that karate discipline. They'll learn the how to fight, how to be disciplined, when to fight, how to do conflict resolution. They also learn modesty. And if you know me personally, you know I have a modest clothing boutique for women. So I love all of it. But I think they're not doing trips this year because of COVID and a few other things, like swimming or going to the park. But listen, she got to get out of here. And we could drop her off at 7:30, and the latest we can pick her up is 6. That works for me. I log on my computer at 8. I get off at 4:30, and I can, have a few hours to myself, or even where her school is, I would have to drive down there to go pick her up. But it's a break. It is a break for me. I don't have to, redirect her to come do her homework. And now she's, kids pick up. And now she's doing her homework fine. So I'll just say, like, go log on to do your schoolwork. Go, in a few minutes, I'm going to call you for your schoolwork. And she'll get right on and she'll go right to the website. I got it saved in the favorites, so it's easy for her to find it. She'll log on and she'll get it done. I don't have to say, I might have to help her as far as like how to form a complete sentence, or if she needs some comprehension help. But she's doing really good. I did notice that it was a little bit hard for her to grasp the math portion of school. So I did get her a tutor, and I will link her information below. She's virtual. She's based, I believe, either in New York or Ohio. I don't remember, but I found her from my other business, actually networking with other women that are Christian and have businesses. So I found her, and I'm like, Naya might like her, and she loves her. And I love that when we get on, she'll ask Naya if she has any prayer requests. They'll pray a little bit, and then they'll get into the lesson. And she teaches special needs kids. So the level of understanding she has with Naya, and Naya's not special needs, but I feel like, she's able to, she has that skill. It's like, when somebody is good with kids and she's good with kids. So she only had a pre-assessment. I booked her for 8 more sessions, and I'm going to have her teach Naya through the summer, because I want her, I feel like, they might be just passing kids through for 2nd grade. So I want to feel like Naya is doing good when she goes back in person in the fall. And if we need any more tutoring during that time, or if she needs any help with her 2nd grade material, we can hire her back. But I think we'll be good in the steps we're taking now as parents. Now, if you can't find a tutor, or you can't afford one, and this one is fairly cheap, for like 8 sessions, I booked for $135. So I think that was really good. And she's good. Like, y'all, jump on it. But I'm just over it. And I know y'all are. I don't really know, besides God, how I actually got through all of this. Taking time out to pray when I feel frustrated. Like, and I'm big on right now redirecting my thoughts. I don't want to think anything negative, and I especially don't want to think anything negative against my child. So if I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, she's getting on my nerves, I'll immediately stop and be like, wait, Lord, please give me patience to deal with the situation with Naya. Like, please help me to support her during this time the best that she needs. Lord, help me to speak her love language, because I know she's up there bored by herself. I know she wants to be in person. She wants to be with other kids, but I can't fill that void. So help me to help her. So instead of making it a negative thing and letting it fester and letting my thoughts get the best of me and say, because think about it, if I'm constantly having negative thoughts about my kid, then once those thoughts grow, what am I going to think about her in the summertime? What am I going to think about her when she logs off of school? What am I going to think about her um when she's with her father. Because now when she goes with her dad, I miss her, right? I want her back. But what if I start to get to the place where it's like, well, I don't miss her no more. Like, she could stay a little longer. Like, what if I start to have an unhealthy relationship with my kid because of virtual learning, because of the stress that it's putting on your mental and physical, emotional states? I do know that, prayer has helped, just stopping those negative thoughts and, redirecting like I spoke about. But what also has helped is me being just intentional about my self-care journey. I'm trying to stick to those 8 o'clock bedtimes so that I can, take a shower, so that I can do something for my business. Because when she's awake and she sees me on my phone, she's like, no phones, mommy. And I'm like, look, I need to post for my business, or I need to do something. But what in the reality, if I don't have a good family life, what good is a business? You see a lot of people making millions of dollars, but what is all that worth if your family is falling apart, if my husband doesn't like me or is not feeling love from me? What if my daughter has resentment because the business is growing more than our relationship is growing? So yeah, I'm gonna put my phone down. I'll be like, wait, give me 1 minute. I'm finish up this text, finish up this caption, hit send, and I leave it alone. But and then like last week, I started taking her to the playground. So say, and y'all, I don't have that much energy, so it's not like I'm the super mom, but just those little things. And I was like, I'm gonna stay out here for an hour. Just those little things, me going to the playground with her for an hour, getting on the swings, pushing her on the swings. I did try to get on the slide, but I wasn't doing that again because these 240 pounds was not going down that slide again. I wasn't going to try it out. It's not for me. But I just wanted to interact with her. I wanted her to feel like she was important to me, because she is. And our kids are important to us. We have to make them know that, because there's so many things that they're going to face in this world, whether it's them when they start dating, whatever age they start dating. If it's in middle school, high school, college, whatever it is, you want to set that narrative. You want to make sure that they know their worth. You want to make sure that some little boy, some little girl is not telling them, oh, you ain't nothing, or what kind of clothes are they, or you ugly, or why you got that scar on your face, or why you got that, why your eyebrows so bushy, why your hair so short, why your hair so long. People will find a reason to bully people no matter what. But you want to set that narrative that hey, that child can trust me. And we have to build a relationship even when we're stressed. And it's hard, but we also have to remember to continue with self-care. Make sure you set those bedtimes. Make sure you could get up a little earlier in the morning just so you can just set the atmosphere for your day. Maybe if you want to pray, maybe if you want to read a little bit of a book, maybe if you want to watch your favorite shows. Because I know with me, once my daughter is up, like, the TV is basically hers. Like, she has a TV in her room. She can watch the same shows, but she likes to be in the living room with me and my husband, or just when it's just me and her. And she watches her shows, and I watch them with her. Like, I'm loving the new show, Bluey, on Disney. It's on Disney Plus, and it also comes on Disney Junior, I think. It's an Australian show, but it's really funny. Like, I even like it. The imagination and everything of the parents is awesome. Check it out. And no, I'm not sponsored, but Disney Plus Bluey, it's an Australian show, and it is awesome. Like, I even watch it when she's not here, so you can tell how big of a kid I am. But I really love it. But just setting the atmosphere for my day, making sure that I get in the shower. Because if I don't get in the shower, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to work all day through. And then I'm going to feel yucky about myself, right? Then I'm going to feel like, oh, I'm dirty, or I'm not doing what I need to do for myself. I don't want my husband to come home and then I got the same clothes I went to bed last night in, and he like, well, Dad, did you wash your butt today? Like, I just think that, get in the shower, letting that energize you, rejuvenate you. Something about when that water hits you, and then that's your quiet time too, right? You get a break, you get a time to meditate in the shower and just reflect on the things that you have to do that day. Some goals that you have, you can pray about. You can, pray about family members. Like, you got time to do things in the morning. You just got to learn how to budget your time. And self-care at night. Once she goes to bed, I'm doing stuff for my business. Doing stuff for my business is self-care for me. It's helping you guys out, helping the women that I serve out is self-care for me, because I'm sharing my testimony and that is helping somebody. So as long as I'm helping somebody, that's self-care for me. That I guess that's unspoken love language of mine. But I like to have quiet time. As long as I don't have to hear the talking, that's self-care for me. I'm an introvert and I like to rejuvenate myself. I like to, not rejuvenate, I like to re-energize by just doing nothing sometimes. Like, I'm not the type of person that likes 100% quiet, so I might have some music playing in the background, or I might be listening to a video, but for the most part, I like to just not talk. Or I'm rehearsing in my head different scenarios. I'm getting ready and preparing for coming on here and talking to you guys, or I'm getting ready to do a live on my for my business. But I'm taking time out for me to do the things that I like to do, the things that I find enjoyable. And I don't know what's going to happen with the virus. Sometimes there's spikes during the year of cases. Sometimes, things have been shut down again. But since everything is opening up, I'm hoping that it's fully in person in the fall, so we don't have to deal with this. But I'll still be working from home, so I still have to, because my team is not going back to work. Well, we work at home, but we're not going back into the office, I should say. So I still have to find ways to just maintain my sanity, even with working by myself. But virtual learning, it is for the birds. Like, I knew before this, I always said this, even when my child was a infant, I am not meant to be shaping young minds. I am not meant to be teaching my daughter how to do her ABCs. Like, yeah, we can sing the ABC song, but when it comes down to teaching people the basics, the fundamentals, I like a kindergarten or a preschool or daycare teacher, I just don't have it in me. It's draining for me. It's not fulfilling at the moment. Like, yeah, of course, when you teach your child and later down the years, they understand the basics and you're like, wait, I taught them that. Yeah, that's enjoyable. But let's think about, and I do teach my kid about God. I teach her about the Bible stories. I teach her like the basic fundamentals of learning about Christ and learning about just things of God. But as far as like book knowledge, teaching somebody math and science and English, like, no, I'm not with that. I'll read a book to you, but getting into the nitty gritty of it for her age level is like, no, that's okay. But I'll do the basics, but I need you to go to school is basically the point I'm trying to say. And being virtual has put a little strain on our relationship, but I have to be intentional. We have to be intentional to make sure that our kids know that they are important to us and that it's not their fault. I think a lot of times when we get mad at our kids, they think that it's something wrong with them, when in turn it's really something that's stressing us out that we're projecting on them. And it shouldn't be, right? So I don't have a problem with apologizing to my daughter, letting her know that, look, mommy is frustrated. It's not your fault. I'm sorry that I yelled at you. I'm sorry that I was short with you when I answered you this way. I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me? Or please forgive me. So I'm constantly trying to train her and show her that she's important. And I think that's really important during this process because it's stressful for everybody, right? She's used to going to school because she's been in daycare since she was about, I think it was like 2. She's been in actual daycare when she was 2, I think. And because she started going to family friends at first, and then they couldn't watch her anymore. And then yeah, we had to put her in daycare. So she's been in that. Being around kids is the norm for her. She loves exerting that energy, and that's probably why she's trying to eat all the snacks, because she got all this energy and it's burning off because she just running. Then from the time she wakes up to the time she goes to sleep, it's just like nonstop. And she doesn't have any kind of disability like ADHD or anything like, she doesn't have anything like that. She wasn't diagnosed with anything. So it's just her being a kid. And I just be like, oh my God, like, did I have that energy when I was young? Can I have some of that energy back? I need some of that, right? But just be intentional with what you do. Be intentional about still connecting with your kids. Don't let this virtual learning get to you. Like, we have that I have a What About That Woman Facebook group. It's the support group for this YouTube channel. And if you need some help, you need somebody to hold you accountable, come in the group. I put the link in the caption, comments, whatever. The description below is the link to join the group. And if you need somebody to hold your hand, or you need somebody to direct you in how to raise your child for the level that they're at, for the age that they're at, there are over 200 women in the group that are willing to, pour into you as well. And you never know, what you are going through might help somebody else out. What you have overcome might also help somebody else out as well. So join our group if you need that accountability, if you need somebody to just say, hey, you are a good mom, you are doing what you need to do. A lot of times we don't have somebody to talk to about the things we go through in life. A lot of times we feel like it's just us by ourselves, us against the world, and that is far from the truth. Far from it. We are not alone. We just need to know who to talk to and when to talk to them. And then, most importantly, and if you don't believe in God, I'm sorry, but these videos are for people who, are seeking to learn more about their faith. If you don't know him, I implore you, I beg you, I plead with you to get to know him, because it has made life so much more easier, so much more enjoyable to get to know God and not get to know him the way, oh, I'm just fronting for church people, get to know him, or I got a fake relationship, or I'm trying to front like I got a relationship. Like, no, to actually get to know him, it's a beautiful life. It's not boring. It's not devastating. Like, you can have joy. You can have peace. And a lot of times we don't have those qualities, those attributes, and it can really hurt us. It can make us feel like we're depressed. It can make us feel like we're nothing. But if we get to know who God is, who he truly is, not just who you think he is because you heard grandmama pray, or you heard your mom pray, or you heard your pastor talk, or whatever, but to truly have a relationship with him, like you feel like he's working in you, you are communicating with him, he will make it better. He will tell you, like, what to do. He will give you that peace. He will put somebody in your life, this video, this channel, this What About That Woman group. He will put somebody in your life that will help you out. So, I don't get paid for the things I do for What About That Woman, and I'm fine with that. As long as I help another mom, single female caregiver, whoever, to come to a realization that they have a village. Our hashtag is Bring Back the Village. And just because you're going through virtual learning, because it's almost over, so we made it, y'all. But even if you feel like you haven't made it, even if you feel like, June isn't coming quick enough, that's okay. That's okay. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. If you haven't researched summer camps in your area that are free, there are so many programs, especially if you're in the Philadelphia area, if you're in big cities. Like, I'm from Philadelphia, I'm from West Philly, born and raised. I don't know why I always gotta say that when I say West Philly. But yeah, I'm from Philadelphia, so I know, like, if I need something for free, like a camp or a program for kids, they have tons of them. These nonprofits are working in the community, and it's up to you to figure out which ones are good for your kids. But there's a lot. Like, there's this guy, he's actually having an entrepreneurial summer camp. It's only for 4 weeks, but that's 4 weeks that your kid is with somebody that's safe and learning a skill. They could be a girl, they could be a boy. It's female barbers, it's male barbers. So it's like there are these programs out here that we could just throw our kids in and try it out. You never know. They might want to do hair. They might be a hairdresser one day, and then just because they had that skill from that summer camp of how to shape people up or do a design or whatever, they can do that with their female or male clients. Just, they might want a bob and want like half their head shaved or just the side shaved or like the undercut in the back, and then they will know how to do that. Like, especially if they just apprenticed or then go to a barber school, like, they can learn those skills. So don't be afraid to try a summer camp that maybe you might not have been interested in. Your kids might be interested in it. Like, my daughter, she wants to do horseback riding. I found horseback riding lessons for her. We ain't started them yet, but because we got other stuff to pay for. But that's on the list of things to do with me and her. And she's worth it, right? Our relationship is worth it. Our bond is worth it. Her growth is worth it. Let her try. I'm letting her try out things so that when she becomes an adult, she'll be more well-rounded. She'll have the opportunities that maybe I didn't have, that maybe I didn't want as a kid. But we have to cultivate our relationships with our kids. And I'm done for today, right? So I want you guys to have a wonderful Monday. If you're not watching this on Monday, have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful evening, wonderful afternoon, wonderful weekend. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.